Howdy folks, here we are in Nanaimo, just got off the ferry and the bus is going to be another 20 minutes to get to the Gabriola ferry, so I decided to just take a stroll, why not? Let me show you. Whew. So this is the Nanaimo ferry terminal, just got off the ferry over there. It's a beautiful day it is. But check it out, they're building another building. It still gets to me, these wooden structures. I mean, building a whole 3-4 story building out of wood. Crazy. Anyway, so yes, we're going to take a stroll down to the Gabriola ferry. According to Google, it's only 3.7 kilometers, which isn't that bad since we run 5Ks all the time. And off we go. Just first need to find some directions, I suppose. Want to try and stick to the 3.7 kilometers and not walk too far. Well, it's got to be in that direction. Anyway, so like I said, it is a stunning day. Actually, this morning when we woke up, it was a little bit cloudy and I thought it's going to turn out cold, and then while on the ferry ride, I was taking a nap on the upper deck because the sun came out and it was actually quite nice, just lying there on the deck. It's actually the first time I was in the ferry today where there was plenty of seating inside and outside was packed. There were no seats. Hence I had to go and sit on the deck, and then I thought, while I'm sitting here I might as well lie down. So I got a good nap in over there, which is actually quite cool. So Nanaimo is still one of the towns in BC where you can get some decent housing and decent prices, and it's not a small place. I mean, you've got everything here that you need. You've got the big shoppers, the Walmarts, the Costco's, hospitals. It is kind of a big, it's one of the main entry points into Vancouver Island. So everything you can possibly want, you can get in Nanaimo. And then of course, the other point is Victoria, which is a little bit further away. But we've definitely looked at Nanaimo as a possible place to come and live. Although there has been issues lately, I see that they've been speaking a lot, there's a lot of news about the homelessness and the druggies in downtown Nanaimo. There's been some issues. Apparently the guys are starting to steal stuff and it's getting a bit of a problem. Look, once again, I suppose a problem here is not a problem on the scale of what we have back in Joburg, for instance, but it still is a problem, and people need to deal with it. So it is one of the concerns, but I see that they've put together committees and stuff to start taking care of it. Whoa, look at all the boats. This is like, some of those look like fishing boats. Oh, we'll see now when we walk past them. Anyway, yeah, so you do have that issue in downtown Nanaimo, which they are starting to sort out. But then again, as soon as you move a little bit further away from downtown, Victoria Island it's beautiful. And it's a lot less expensive, and it's also a lot less rushy, I suppose, than mainland Vancouver. Alright, so this is the first time I'm taking this walk. I'm gonna put on a brisk pace so that I get there as soon as possible. So forgive me if I get out of breath. They're busy working on the boats. It's a dockyard or a boatyard, a dry dock. Wow. This is cool. I mean, I think it would be awesome actually getting your boat together and getting it all polished up. It looks like it's different people. People come and park their boats here and then they can work on it. I suppose that's the one thing about owning a boat, is that you're going to be working on it. Some of them look a little bit better than some of the others, undoubtedly. Yeah, I suppose the upkeep and the maintenance. But then again, if the world falls apart and the zombies come, you're going to be a lot safer on the boats, I would suppose. Alright, what do we have here? We love boats. Buy or sell your boat with us. Stone's Marina and Boatyard. And a nice tricycle motorbike. This is so cool. Sometimes I think it's this toss-up between work to get money and life and the things that we want and the stuff that we want to do. I mean, this is fun. Taking a stroll, seeing a new place, making a video. I should do a lot more of it. But then again, on the other hand, you're always working. There's obviously a lot of talk about AI lately. And I think that's one of the attractive things from the whole AI revolution, is that AI can start taking over a lot of the busy work that we do all day so that we can do some other work. The flip side of that coin, though, is what happens when AI takes over all the work and then we have nothing to do. Nobody has a job anymore. Anyway, so what do we got here? Suncore Industrial Area. It also just looks like boat yards and stuff down there, or boat parkings, or docks, or fixing areas. Does look chill though. And up on this side, we've got the fuel depot. Probably not the most attractive thing you want to see, but it is here on the road. Auto sales, and I think that motel, it looks like it's open actually. Okay, yeah, so these are all like, I don't know if it's just boat parkings or if it's repair shops. Cool. Belinda does not like the idea of a boat. I feel like it could be a cool thing, in our retirement, to just grab on a little be on a boat and just kind of cruise. Look, I'm probably not going to go deep sea because it sounds a little bit horrible. I'm not sure about the big waves and all of that and not seeing anything, but hanging around places like this, staying within a view of the land, seems like it could be fun. So, yeah, Buccaneer Inn, suites with separate bedroom and full kitchen. Can't remember where we stayed in 2016, I think we came through, or 2018. We also came for a visit on the island, and we went through to Ucluelet, and we actually slept over here one night in Nanaimo. Hope I get the name right eventually. Obviously there's plenty boats around, seeing that, this is an island, I suppose. Little ones, big ones, fast ones, slow ones. They're so cool. Hummer H3. And I mean, look at the houses over there. I mean, there's, some really cool houses, and I think those guys up there have a nice view of the water. It is nice. Somebody left a deep freeze outside. Amazing the stuff that built up. Here's an old Corvette. You guys can't see it, it's down below. Boats, boats and boats. Yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying. Begs the question, what do you do with your, how do you divide your time? It's all great to see all these, to be rich and to have all of that, but you got to do some work to get there. And, doing too much work, then you don't have enough time. Anyway. How's it? McKillen and Guan, one group, Guan group. Their sign is, their building doesn't look that great, but here you go. Realtors. Restaurant. Oh, there's actually quite a few places that are closed and for sale here. Looks a little bit like fixer-upper, eh? Interesting. More boats. I think we're going to hit the main road just around the corner there. Wow, it is warm today. Beautiful. And more boats and more people working on their boats. So it looks like it's a thing, eh? On a Saturday you come and work on your boat that's standing up on blocks here. Not exactly the kind of boat I want. I would prefer much more on a Saturday you just go down, get in the boat and go out. But then again, I see some of these boat guys, it's a lot of work. Got to wash it off and keep it clean and clear the barnacles and clear the salt and sounds like a mission. What are these? Apartments right here. Wow. Some new apartments it looks like. Not much of a sign anyway. Or is it a hotel? No. Anyway, looks like a brand new cool place. Huh. Oh, look at the view as we come over here. Voted best po in town, Sealand Pho. I have to at some stage come around and try that out. Private parking. Some guys don't look after their spots so well, but anyway. RV and a greenhouse and lots of vegetation. Quite an uphill at the moment. Might not look like it from your viewpoint. From my point of view, I'm starting to sweat now. Building for rent. Another place where you can come work on your boat on Saturdays. Must actually be fun though. Something I wonder these days. I remember when I was a kid, we used to have, my dad made me do things. change the brakes on the car, do the electronics, fix the plugs in the house, you know. We used to do a lot of stuff that these days you just call a guy. It's like, oh, the drain is blocked, call a guy. Why? When I was a kid, the drain is blocked, go fetch this, and come, let's do it, fix it. And I wonder how many of our kids today still has the skills to do the stuff themselves if they can't call a guy, if the guy is not available. So, you know, weird, maybe I'm just getting old, but I'm also starting to think I need to get back into doing stuff with my hands rather than just you know, sitting in front of the computer. It's amazing how that transition happened. You know, we used to be very busy, and I always used to like grow stuff a lot and build stuff, and I was always busy. And then I guess here around the early 2000s, suddenly, I'm going to blame it on the iPhone. When that started coming out, suddenly we were spending more and more time on screens, and nowadays I suppose we spend most of our time on screens. Anyway, just a random thought. It's time to get out and do stuff outside again, I think. Well, that's how I feel anyway. Wow, these also look not like nice apartments. I mean, you're right out here, beautiful view, boats and yachts, and protected, and it's well looked after. This is so cool. And there's one for sale. Colin Carrick. I wonder what these would cost. We're gonna have to go and check when we get home. Maybe call Mr. Colin Carrick. Not that I have the cash at the moment to buy one. And you do have the road here, which is quite loud, I would suppose. But it looks like a nice neighborhood. I suppose it's more like a vacation neighborhood down on the other side. Gifts with Mediterranean flavor. Channel view, seaside homes and marina. I guess this is like a nice base when you have a boat. You can like go sail around with your boat, and on the way back you just pull in, dock at your marina and come to your home when the weather is not that great. Whew. Well, I did skip the 5K park run this morning, actually, and quite a few Saturdays I've been busy. So this will probably partly make up for that. A good 3.7 kilometer walk. Feels a lot further though. Maybe it's just because I'm going a lot slower and I'm not running. I mean, these are cool spots. Beautiful trees and green, and obviously the water view just there in front. Nanaimo is definitely a contender for a place to come and live. And I mean, yeah, you don't want to get on the ferry. The ferry is an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. And like today it was delayed by 20. But still, you know, like I said, there's not that much that you need to go to Vancouver for. Here we go. So, more boats, beautiful uninhabited island in front of you. life. A bit of West Coast life, sunshine and everything. Belinda says I just have another harebrained idea every day. So lately I've been checking around for, there's lots of old RVs and caravans for sale, where you can buy, you can buy something for like $6,000-7,000, and granted, it doesn't look great and it's old, but it still works, and nothing that a good cleanup can't fix. And I'm thinking, for when we want to start traveling more, it's an idea to maybe pick up one of these old RVs and then just like, fix it up, make it a project. It ticks a couple of boxes. Number one, you have something to do with your hands. So in other words, hopefully also get the kids involved. Geesh, look at all the boats. Goodness gracious. Get the kids involved, and they can also learn to do stuff with their hands. I suppose there's a fat chance of that. But anyway, and then you have an RV if we need to go, if we want to go and travel. There's such beautiful places up here in BC. In the whole of Canada, really. You can jump in your RV and you can take a leisurely cruise, stop at every lake, and you don't have a rush. I mean, you got to still go and find the camp spots, but you can pull off next to a beautiful lake and go for a dip and take a nap, make lunch. You've got everything there with you. Can't see any fault with that. Anyway, that's just another one of those. Wow. I must actually recheck my Google first and see if I'm still on the right path. I am indeed. Let me see, where am I supposed to go? Okay, I'm actually not too far off. I'm gonna walk there. Google says it's a sprightly 21-minute walk away still. That's not too bad. I think I'm gonna get there after the guys with the bus, because the bus apparently arrived there like 10 minutes ago. Well, that was the scheduled time. Oh, the water is so beautiful, and all the boats at anchor. See directions over your real world surroundings. No, it's fine. There's another little walkway that goes over a bridge. I think we're going to take that. 1.6 kilometers still. Sorry, I'm walking and looking at my Google, so I'm on my phone. I promise as soon as I hit this road, I'll be off. Travel Lodge. Nanaimo is a busy place, man. It's a busy, busy place. We actually came and did our learner's license tests in Nanaimo because during 2021, when it was such a mess, there were no positions in, or there were no slots in Vancouver for like months ahead. So me and Belinda found us slots in Nanaimo, and we actually came down here and did our learners tests over here. Well, some nice houses. Wow, look at this. Cool spot, and once again with a cool view. That one is a big brick monstrosity, but anyway. Alright, there's the main road, the main highway going up north, which is a trip I still want to go and do. We haven't actually gone around to it. Sure. I saw on the news, well, not on the news, I saw an article the other day. They selected the 50 best beaches in the world, which was voted on by, I don't know, 800 travel journalists or something. And only one Canadian beach made it. And it's the beach right on the northern tip of Victoria Island. Apparently it's like a 2.5 kilometer hike to get to the actual beach. But yeah, that sounded like a really interesting idea. I thought this is an additional little path, but it doesn't seem to be one. Well, maybe, let me see. Is there a way? Here we go. I mean, ocean life, ocean style. Sweet. You can come sit on the bench. Oh, there is a place. Oh, there's the little bridge. Okay, bye-bye Google. Don't need you no more. Anyway, yeah, so there's that beach on the northern tip of Vancouver Island. It's not exactly a swimming beach, although, you know, water is 9 degrees Celsius. I suppose you can swim in it if you Wim Hof. But it's a big, beautiful sandy beach, and what made it win the prize is how beautiful and undisturbed nature is over there. And the nice thing is it stays like that longer because it's like a 2.5 kilometer hike through the woods to get there, and a 6-hour drive from Nanaimo to get there. So I assume not a lot of people are going to be hanging out there. Alright, so this is under the bridge at Nanaimo. It's like, what's this? A river or something going in. Anyway, something happened. Nanaimo Fire Rescue is on the roll. Heritage Walk, Harbour Connection. I think we take the scenic route, not through town. All the birds. Water has a special soothing effect, doesn't it? And of course you have got this absolutely wonderful little cool breeze coming off of the ocean, which helps a lot. Oh, a wall of remembrance. Huh. This is cool. 1911 to 1981. Hey, something happening, or is it just people parking? Bouncy castle rentals. Well, there's like a whole thing going on in the park over here. But I don't think it's like an organized thing. I think it's just random people hanging out. That is what's cool about Vancouver, I guess. Well, I suppose everywhere in the world, but over here, when the sun comes out, everybody heads out. You got skateboarders and cyclists and tents and barbecue. Okay, folks, so I had to mute the sound and record over for this little piece of the video because there was somebody that played music quite loud in the park, which was absolutely amazing and people enjoyed it. But what happens is if I put the music, it's a modern pop song, and if I put it in my video, then YouTube will automatically silence this part of the video and kill it because of the copyright infringement. Because even if it's music playing in the background, they don't like it. But anyway, this is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful little park, and it was very, very busy. I mean, and look at the day. It's the sunshine, the water, people are picnicking, people are playing. There was bouncy castles in the park. There's a great big kiddies play area there. Yeah, it was just absolutely stunning. It's, I mean, look at that play area. I should have actually gone closer and showed you a better look. But this beautiful play area. This is such a cool park that I never knew existed, actually. But yeah, if you're ever in Nanaimo for the day, this is a cool place to go and have lunch or go and have a picnic, especially on a beautiful sunny day like this day. And then right up here, this is overlooking Nanaimo Harbour, yeah. Nanaimo Harbour, I believe. It actually goes by a different name, I'm not 100% sure. There's where the seaplanes land there in front. It was a stunning walk, I can tell you that. It was just absolutely amazing. And this is like a little tour place down here. You can go on a tour. I think they go to the island across, Newcastle Island, and then you can go spend the day there. They drop you off. They've got a concession. And that looked like a fun thing to do as well. Anyway, so many, there's some more of the play area. So many fun things to do still. Just wish we could get around to them all. Amazing how having to make money and work and do stuff like that gets in the way of everything else, eh? Crazy. And this is Black Frank statue. He's the guy that got this whole thing started, the sea walk. Anyway. Hi, here's a very victorious dude. Nanaimo. This Ken was unveiled by Their Royal Highnesses the Prince and Princess of Wales to commemorate the official delegation of the city of Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada, as the harbour city in honour of our history and salute to our future. Well, there you have it. Oh, check at this, some like tide pools. And there's a beach, people with their little kayaks and stuff, and swimming. That is so cool. Hey, now I'm actually super glad I took the walk, because I never knew all of this existed. This is so cool. Tide pools and grass and artworks. Nice. Quite a long little nice sea wall walk. Oh, there's the float planes. That's where we normally jump off when we come on the float planes. All right. I mean, look at this. Nanaimo.
When you guys left, you had been sick, and then you got more still.
Yeah, what a cool view. Anyway, it's like a good Saturday afternoon thing to do. Come and chill out here in the park and look at catch a bit of sun, I guess. Sorry. Some benches up there. Nice. And see, that is the other thing that I love about Canada, and that's really cool here, is the mobility around everywhere. People can be in a wheelchair and still access the parks and ride around and view stuff and do stuff, and also, yeah, like everybody has got, like, you know, seems like electric wheelchairs these days. Ish. A bearded dragon.
I know when my mom.
All right, so just on the other side of that big building, that's where the Gabriola Ferry rests. I hope my timing is not out. Well, it's still, I guess, about a 10-minute walk. So much going on. Oh, it looks like that restaurant's open up there above the harbour seaplanes departure and arrival lounge. Like that. Cruising around with his three-wheel scooter. Sheesh. Also some cool apartments. Restaurant, pub, seaplanes. Restaurants open. I'm gonna have to go and take a rest after this walk. Jeez, feels a lot further than the 5Ks we run every day. Or on Saturdays when we do the 5K run. I'm gonna have to go measure. It's weird. Anyway, our upstairs patio pub open.
Yeah, exactly.
Ice cream shops. Ice cream seems like a really good idea at the moment. Hello there.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Anyway. It's busy out here today. Ice cream. Ice cream seems like a good idea, but then again, you know, I'm still doing the healthy life thing, or trying, and I've been slipping up a little bit, so I suppose this walk is doing me good. I shouldn't like grab ice cream and get rid of the benefits. Anyway. Wild salmon and tuna, Nanaimo, trollers, fish and chips. Oh wow, fish and chips on the docks. It's all these places that we always see that's never open, which is something that I would want to visit, but I need Belinda for fish and chips. And a busker trying to make a few bucks playing music. All right, we're in the final stretch, folks. Just Penny Palapa, licensed floating patio for Mexican style food and drinks. A floating patio where I guess you're going to get tequila because it's Mexican style food and drinks. It looks like fun. Not 100% convinced. Actually, let's walk past there because we can go through there. Since we are on the scenic route, might as well do it properly. So we can go down here, check out Penny Palapos, and then go up on the other side. So a floating restaurant. Does feel like holiday, vacation. Nice. Food also smells nice. Guess another one for the list that we need to go and visit. Some of these boats don't look like they've recently been used, like this baby here. Huh. Yeah. See, that's the thing with boats. Look at some of these. They are, well, I don't know if they're still being used or if they're just kind of forgotten. Yeah, but I suppose I also see it a lot.
Like I looked up your building.
Really?
You know, people selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and it's like, yeah, you know, there's this boat and it's old and dilapidated because, you know, people get old. You just don't get around to using your boat much anymore, and then eventually everything drifts to chaos. So eventually you just don't go there, and eventually you just end up almost forgetting about it, and it just sits there. And the longer it sits there, the worse it gets, and the worse it gets, the more work it is to fix it, and the more work it is to fix it, the more you put it off, or the more you can't do it, and then eventually it's just gone. Anyway, I suppose that's a kind of a morbid thought, but anyway, it is what it is, eh? All right, we're gonna head over here, and right around that corner is the Gabriola Ferry. And there we go, folks. This was a brisk walk. What do we got? Started at 46 minutes. Not bad. I think Google originally said 47 minutes. Hey, that's actually spot on then. I did turn around and take a detour though. Anyway, all right, so this is downtown Nanaimo over there. Thrifty stores, lots of food spaces, Dollarama. It's a cool spot. And then this is the ferry over here, and I obviously just missed the ferry because there's almost nobody. So I'm going to sign off, and we'll touch base again soon. Cheers.